is Dr. Jacqueline Vibes, and today I am with National Geographic Channel. Today we will be presenting Viral Video, the greatest and latest program presenting to you some of the most interesting topics regarding viruses. Today, this evening, we'll be touching specifically and speaking about the monkeypox virus. Origins. It was discovered in 1958, and even though the reservoir is unknown, it is believed that it originated either from monkeys or rodents. The first human case was reported in 1970, and it is believed to have come from West and Central African countries. Viral pathogen. So it does belong to the family Poxviridae, the genus Orthopox virus, and of course the species is the monkeypox virus. There's two types, clade 1, which has a 10% fatality rate, and clade 2, or clade 2b, which has a 1% fatality rate. The clade 2 is the one being propagated in the current outbreak, and it affects people that have a history of eczema, that have weakened immune systems, children under the age of 1, and people who are pregnant and or breastfeeding. The monkeypox virus is not related to the chickenpox virus. For clarification, molecular features. The monkeypox virus belongs to group 1 from the Baltimore classification system, and it is a double-stranded DNA virus, which is linear. The virus themselves are enveloped and they're brick-shaped. There's two types of infectious virus particles. The first one is the intracellular mature virus, IMV, and the second one is the extracellular enveloped virus, EMV. The viral infection cycle. So as many of you all know, a cycle is needed, the cycle of life is needed to continue. So in order for the virus, the monkeypox virus, to continue to exist, it goes through recurrent cycles to propagate itself throughout the body of the host. Transmission. Transmission may occur by direct skin-to-skin contact, such as monkeypox rashes and or scabs, through indirect contact with saliva or upper respiratory secretions, which include mucus and snot, or through sexual contact, which would be through anal, vaginal, and or oral sex. Additionally, monkeypox virus can be contracted via the touching of the genitalia and through hugging, massaging, kissing, and prolonged face-to-face contact. The carriers. As you guys know, we have symptomatic carriers which display outward signs of having the virus, the monkeypox virus, and a person with the monkeypox virus can spread it until the area with the scab or lesion has been fully healed and a new skin layer has appeared. Asymptomatic carriers are not known to spread the virus to other humans. Also, it's important to know that the monkeypox virus is a zoonotic infection because it is derived from animals. Pregnancy. The monkeypox virus may be spread to the fetus during pregnancy, and or it can be spread to the newborn after close contact before, during, or after the birth. Signs or symptoms include fever, chills, rash, swollen lymph nodes, exhaustion, muscle aches, backaches, headaches, respiratory symptoms such as having a sore throat, nasal congestion, cough. And the monkeypox virus symptoms are similar to the smallpox virus symptoms, though they are not to be confused. The rash. Let's talk a little bit more about the rash, which is one of the telltale signs of the monkeypox virus. The rash, the scabs, the lesions may appear in your genitals, face, hand, chest, mouth, anus, and they are pimple-like appearances which appear to be blisters. They may be painful and itchy, and there's several stages of them before the scabs as well as after. Some of the variable symptoms with the rash are that the flu-like symptoms may appear prior to the rash, perhaps only the rash may appear, or the rash may appear first only to be followed by additional symptoms. And some people may experience all of the symptoms mentioned or only a few. Monkeypox rash photos. Here's a couple of photos depicted of the monkeypox virus on different skin tones and different parts of the body. Here's a couple of more photos on the hand, on the thumb, on the back of infected people. And here is another version of monkeypox rash photos, which, as you might be able to tell, depicts or illustrates the scabs, the lesions that have advanced more to the scabbing stages. Testing. Testing is done when the healthcare provider swabs the lesions vigorously to make sure he or she picks up as much specimen of the virus to be able to test it at the lab. Social determinants. A couple of social determinants that determine whether or not a person may or may not contract the virus include safe housing, transportation, neighborhoods, racism, discrimination, violence, education, job opportunities and income, access to nutritious foods and physical activity opportunities, polluted air and water, and language and literacy skills. Here in the state of Texas, there are a lot of Spanish-speaking people who go to the hospital system or the healthcare system and cannot advocate for themselves because they do not speak the language. Thus, they end up wasting or spending more time looking for someone to translate versus the actual time that is spent on treating them for their needs, their healthcare needs. Prevention. How do we prevent the monkeypox virus? At the moment, there's 2 vaccines, and both may be used for the prevention of the smallpox and the monkeypox virus. The Jynneos vaccine and the ACM 2000 vaccines both have been approved and have been provided to some citizens of the world. Here, as you may see, a couple of ways to prevent the virus from spreading. Wear your face mask, avoid crowded or overly crowded events such as the Astros game. As you guys may know, we recently won the World Series. Potentially avoid contact with animals because they might be infected, and typically sometimes humans receive zoonotic infections from animals. Furthermore, let's talk about health disparities. They include poverty, not having the money to get treated, not having health care insurance, environmental threats, living in a rough neighborhood where I might walk to school every day and walk back home every day, and I might face the threat of being raped sexually, thus causing me to contract a virus because I was raped by an infected person. Inadequate access to healthcare, not having access to the correct healthcare, to the correct facilities that have the correct imaging and machinery that might be able to take care of my healthcare needs. Individual and behavioral factors. This can include unhealthy eating habits, lack of exercise, freely roaming around in life without using protection during sexual intercourse, and educational inequalities. The You don't know what's out there if no one's ever taught it to you. You don't know what you don't know. The epidemiology, as you guys know, the virus began in Central and West African countries. However, due to the advancement in being able to travel, the virus is bound to spread. And now more than ever, viruses spread at a faster rate because technology allows us to travel at such a fast rate in such little time. Thank you, everybody. Viral Video was presented to you by National Geographic, and many thanks to our consultant, Dr. Courtney Stanley. My name is Jacqueline Bives, and please stay tuned for the upcoming Virus Hunters. Like I said, have a great evening, everybody. Goodbye from Dr. Jacqueline Bives. Take care. Stay tuned for our next episode.